tap it, hold it, steer, tap, feather the steering, thing. Just have to get used to like steering and controlling that boost pressure, boost power, I thought. That fucked up because I didn't use my camera to look at this street. I didn't see those cars. But right here, I'm gonna try it right here to focus. Wide, now deep. That sounds kind of wrong. deep. It's like if you're going too wide because you want to dodge a car, like this. Let's see. Like I want to dodge a car, I want to turn wide, boost, so I can push me more forward, so I can go to straight to the right, so I can go over this car, around this car. But if I'm going too wide, where I'm like over here drifting like this, and I'm about to hit a car right here, like I'm going too wide to the right, but I might hit a pole or a wall, then go from this, where it's pushing you too fast to the right or around the car, to this, to like right here, to like make you go inner, not outer, where the walls are, so you can crash like this. See, this too wide of a drift. You're going too fast. Slow down, drift deeper, like this. I'm going too wide, then bang, steer in. Drift deeper. Do deeper drifts. There. Wide, hold boost to make it go deeper quicker. Because sometimes, it sounds so fucking wrong. It's like, sometimes it's going fast too, your nitrous might not be as powerful. I mean, like right away. If you're going fast, I'm drifting wide like this. Then I'll have to steer like left until my nitrous gets the handle, like the slidiness kicked in. So here, I'm going too fast. I don't need to use nitrous right now. See how fast as fuck I was going?
Yeah.
I was doing a wide drift angle. Just time it. Oh, I think I might need to drift here, this wide, and then like get drift deeper like that. Bang. Just so basically all it is, knowing how to double clutch, controlling the boost, using the camera to for a heads up, knowing where the cars are ahead of you or sideways. This, especially with the camera, this goes for drifting or just racing or driving or whatever. And knowing how long your car is gonna drive depending on how fast it is, like this. Like knowing how far your car is gonna go to the left right here, depending on how fast your car is going, how long it's gonna go sideways. Like if I'm going this fast and want to drift, let's see how far I can drift from that speed I was going straight. That's how fast. You just have to get used to it. You just kind of have to like know how far you're gonna drift, depending due to the speed you're driving. And then if it's not good enough, like if you're going too fast, where you're gonna crash, that's where your brakes come to slow you down like this, and your nitrous, like how you gonna drift. Drifts are here. Use nitrous to give you more power around those cars. See? It's all complicated, but it takes practice. It's easy to do because I'm just playing it like repeatedly. I'm talking a lot more than like the shit I'm saying is like more than the steps you need to do. So it's easier than me explaining it. I make it sound hard as fuck, but it's really not. I say it's really not, but I mean it's gonna be tricky at first, like cause you still gotta get used to the boost, controlling it without spinning out, and yeah, all this stuff like that. But that's it. I guess you get used to it. It's basically like Gran Turismo. Like if you want to drive straight, you just want to drift straight because you see a curve coming up, like maybe this. You know, like you can drive straight, like right here, just hold a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you want to hold a circle to the end of the street, the straight part, so you can go right here. Like you're drifting across the street to my right, so you're driving straight. I mean, you're drifting straight, like 90 degrees, into this part, this curve. You know how like you're in that situation where you gotta like time it
Yeah.
And you gotta know like how fast you have to go. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Especially if you wanna drift around a car or something, or do a perfect drift into a street. Or drift like those curves, like there's like a there's these parts right here. Let's see. These parts right here make it more satisfying. Let me see if I can find it. Like these parts right here. These little tight space turns with the curves in the middle of the street. It's the same thing with every drift in general. Not only these. But you have to be good at that though. If you want to do those kind of different, those tight spaces. Those tight turns like this. Dang. It takes practice. Now I'm gonna try to see how fast I can drive. If I want to like, go like 180, 190 without going to the highway, like a long ass road, that'll take you to the end of the map. I usually take this route right here. This is fun as fuck. And it's usually map traffic too, so this is where you can really practice your camera skills while you're driving. Like maybe look to your left or your right, or like look like in this case, if you're going on a straight road, since you want to go on a straight road, you don't need to worry about what's on your left or your right of the road, because you're not going to be turning left to the right. You're not going to be taking a right. So focus your camera straight right here. We'll go fast. See, not too much in my way. Cars crossing, I have time. I think I can make it through them. Yep. I know. Now I'll take a turn right here. Take a right. I just got to plan it out ahead. Your camera's giving you like a heads up, so it gives you more time to plan your turns, like your way you're gonna drive. Let's try going back even faster now. So I can go between these cars. This car's turning. I'm gonna go between this one. Slow down. Sorry. Keep going. Take a little left, right, a little bit slight. Slight to the right, slight to the left. Lift my camera to the right since I'm going right. Left. Look ahead of my left right here. So it's like I'm taking like a diagonal right. So I'll face my camera diagonal right, and yeah, basically that. People, especially when I see people go in this car, because this car can't turn for shit, especially at top speed. If you're turning, if you want to take a slight right, like dodge a full fucking car, and then like go back to the right, you're gonna spin out. Like basically this. Yeah, so that's why you always want to put your camera, not your car, your camera, like ahead of the road. Like higher, like a little bit over your car so you can see more clearly. Because if you just leave it flat right here, you're gonna see straight ahead, but you're not gonna see over the other cars. And like you can, if you do it, use your camera to like poke your camera ahead of your car. You can see like over your car, you can see the head of the street. You can see further, so you have more time to plan your turn and your position. I just have routes in my head. I just visioned them like the arrows, like where to turn. So right now I go straight. I'm visioning an arrow straight, so I follow that arrow. Cover, swerve around this. I can make it straight right here. Bang, straight through those cars. Take a left. Go straight between this car. Car's like facing my way, like that Hummer was facing to the left. So I was gonna take a gonna drive right around it. Right here. See right here where I have to like, it's not straight anymore. I kind of have to like slightly take a right curve, like a slight right turn, like right here, or yeah. See how it kind of curves the road? Yeah, like that. Then curve your camera. Move your camera to where your face, like where the road turns. So like if the road, if you want to take a, let's see, say if I was to stop here, and I want to take this left right here. Should I keep my camera like facing straight over my car, or move my camera left so I can see like the rest of the left street?
Left.
Exactly. Now I don't care if I'm taking the left. I don't give a fuck what's ahead of me. I care what's my left. What's on my left. So if I'm on the right, push your camera to the right so you can see. Yeah, same thing if you're going straight. Put like, yep. Go left. Want to do a drift? Is there any cars on the right? Nope. Easy drift. There is one. Take a wide drift and use nitrous. just around it. I don't need to because I was already wide open around the car. But I'm gonna try it. Now I'm gonna try to go really fast. I'm gonna put. So now you get it, the tactics. Like you're like, how you on this street? Alright. Yeah, so like, I start driving without crashing into like mad traffic. That's how your camera for like more time to sync your routes and shit. So now I'm gonna go focus right here and try my best. Go hella fast using my camera skills. But,
Oh.
see, I know I fucked up on that part. That part, I seen it coming, because I seen that car, and you know, like, this road is bumpy. I was going too fast, where I was kind of in the air a little bit. So, my car, like, if I didn't turn right, I mean, I wanted to turn right sooner, because I could have, like, gone to the right easier since I was in the air. It made me lose a little bit of traction. I accidentally land back on the ground. Since I was in the air a little bit, then as soon as I get back on the ground, if I'm steering right when I land on the ground, I could easily spin out. And how do you spin out? From turning too much. Like this. So if I spun out, that means if I spun out to the right because I was steering to the right as soon as I landed on the ground, that means I would have had a lot of turning traction to the right. So if there was like that Hummer that was right here, if I kept steering to the right like a little earlier, it could have maybe turned quicker like to the right like that. But I didn't do it like sooner like than I knew I should have, so I ended up slightly turning into it. I just didn't have like my reaction, my reflex weren't as good. But now, alright, I'm focused now. Like really focused. I'm gonna try my best right here. Use all the skills, camera skills right here. I'm barely crashing or spinning out too. And I'm hitting shit. See that? So little space that I'm not even crashing. With a car that has traction like this. All because of camera. I'm looking ahead. So I have way more time to plan. Without camera, it's gonna be way harder to watch. I still do it because I'm just fucking badass driver. See, I didn't even see that car. I didn't notice. I barely had time to react. I can only see what's like in front of me. I can't see the cars over the other cars, unless, like I said, put your camera over them. And I learn how to like, if you have to drive between cars like this in a situation, learn how to like slightly steer like this. Like slightly, not steer like all crazy, like slight steer like this, like here, slightly harder because you're in the air. See like that, you see how I was in the air when that car was like turning to the right like this?
Yeah.
You know how, you seen how like I steered right before I knew I was gonna go in the air, because I seen that ramp, I seen that little bump that was gonna send me in the air, and you see how I steered to the left a little bit?
Yeah.
If I steered to the right, I would have flew in the air straight, since I was just steering to the left or right, knowing that the car's coming in here. So I would have flew straight into the car. I wanted to turn left. I turned left because knowing that I'm gonna go in the air, if I turn left right before I land, like I take off, I'm gonna have that momentum to go left. It's basically like this. I'm driving straight, I'm jumping off. I mean, I'm jumping straight. That's where my direction is. But if I drive left, right before I take off, I'm gonna jump more to the left right here, like that. See? Like that. Due to Ohm's law, the actual projection of technology. No, I'm just kidding. This is a fucking stupid shit. But you know what I'm saying, right? So like right here, I'm gonna